Hey, hi everybody. Hi Linda.
Hey, Steve. Hi, everyone.
Hey, how about that? We went off without a hitch this morning so far. I
We
even
did.
remembered to actually go live. So, hey, a lot goes on just before we go live. So,
Sure does.
wow, we got a special show today. We
Hmm.
don't have any adoptable dogs on. We have
Nope.
all of the adopted dogs. Well, not all of them, but adopted dogs on. So,
Yes.
um, and we want to send our best thoughts out to Soli's parents. They have a medical issue, so
Yeah.
keep thinking about them.
Hmm.
And so anyway, wow, what a show we've got today! And I'll tell you what, we've got one of my favorite boys. We're going to bring them up first, but before we do that, I want to remember my videos that we make. Okay, so um, let's just get started.
All right.
And surprise, surprise! Hi, Aaron, Hank's dad.
Hi,
Hi, Steve
Aaron.
and Linda. How are you both doing?
Doing well.
Oh,
Thank you.
wow! Now
Thank you for having me on.
we want to go through and Nancy says hi, Steve and Linda. Hi, Nancy.
Hi,
Hey,
Nancy.
Nancy.
And I like this one. This is amazing. You're absolutely right.
Hmm.
So thank you for joining us, Ashley. And wow, I want to really get to this right away. Where's my boy?
He is sleeping. We went for a long walk this morning because it's raining right now, so we were trying to beat the rain. And so he
Yeah.
is tuckered out.
Oh,
Now he was a stray down in Arkansas, if I remember right. Is that correct, Linda?
yes, he
Uh,
was. Hmm.
and do you think he prefers not being a stray?
I would think so.
I hope
Yes.
so.
Wow. So how's he been doing with you, Aaron?
He honestly, he's been doing really well, especially, I mean, in the 333, the transition, and it's almost been about 2.5 months. And so that transition window is still there. But he has been a part of the family. One of the things that when we first brought him home, it was a trial basis to see with baby girl if it was a good fit. And while we had that 2-week trial, after day 2, we're like, he's our family. He just fit right in. Just his temperament is it's very chill. It fits in just with us. Like he I don't know how like a piece of the puzzle was missing and now it's in place and he's a part of the family. He's
His
super chill.
excitement level is amazing, isn't it, Linda?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, he
Yes.
truly. This is a good dog parent,
I
he
knew.
and
I knew
really
this
is
was
a
the
great
family
dog.
for Hank for sure.
yes, and
Yes.
and we are going to touch on something here that it was in the video, and you mentioned it too just before we came on. There's a young child there, isn't there?
Yeah, 10 months old. And so
And
2
we
months ago, she was only 8 months when we brought Hank in.
and we sent a Great Pyrenees there, didn't we?
Mhm.
And
Something I don't typically do, Steve.
that's something most rescues don't typically do.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
there's a reason for that. Well, there's multiple reasons for this, but the biggest reason was the dog.
Yes. Yes.
That was one
It was
that
knowing Hank. It was
that's
knowing
one I
Hank.
felt would have no problem going with a young child,
That's right.
other than his tail wagging could smack her. Okay.
Yeah, that might be a given.
Yeah. So wowzer.
The first day we met, so when we went over to the foster family, he was out on a walk with one of their children, and so we were in there talking with the family, and then he came in, and again, I'm familiar with the breed. I know they're big. It was one of those things like you don't really realize how big this dog is until you see the photos, but until you see it in person, it doesn't really register. And I remember when he came in the door, he was super friendly, super excited. But I think all three, Jimmy's, mine, and even Sierra's mouth was just like, wow. Like it looked like a polar bear, excited to see you, but coming at you. But even just from then, like he sniffed her, he gave her kisses. Like he's been amazing around her. They're kind, especially when it's eating time, for Sierra when she's in her high chair and she's really good at throwing food. Like he literally stays under her high chair. They're best friends when she's eating.
With his mouth open? Ah.
Almost. There are times, especially even because she's usually throws food, but sometimes it gets stuck under her in the chair. And so as soon as we take her out, he's already right there vacuuming up her high chair.
He's a good cleaner upper there, Aaron.
Yes.
And then step 2 of a young child in a home is the parents.
Yes.
Because we always tell people that it's not the dog's job to get along with the child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's the parent's job to teach the child how to interact with the dog.
Yes.
And so step 2, obviously, I think Linda liked step 2, and then it's the dynamic in the whole thing is how the dog gets sent to a child. It's case by case, right, Linda?
Absolutely, case by case,
and it's very delicate.
Yes, and with my interviews with Jimmy and Aaron, their application, our many conversations, I knew that this was the right family for Hank, and that he was going to do exceptional there.
Linda does have to ask a tough question, doesn't she?
Yes, but I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. So how was your experience with the adoption process at Great Pyrenees Rescue of Missouri?
It was great. It went really fast. From what I had rescued a dog prior in Indiana, but that was 11 years ago. And every rescue is different. This, what I expected, comparative, because obviously we adopted Sierra, like the adoption process, very familiar with, but it would go faster for a dog compared to a child. But remembering what we went through, or what I went through for my previous dog, I think there was home studies and there was all of this. I expected it to take a lot longer because we did this. Jimmy and I both agreed. I missed having a dog, and I was turning 40. And because of COVID and all the things, we wanted, turning 40 is like a big milestone and wanted a big party. But with safety and people from out of town, we just didn't feel like that was the right thing to do. And so we had always talked about getting a dog when the kids are older. But he's like, what about when you turn 40 to do something special? What if we got a dog now? And so thinking that it was going to take a while, my birthday wasn't until the end of June. I started in May thinking like it's, again, finding the right fit, especially with Sierra, it's going to take a while. And so when this happened with Linda and with Diane and her family and with Hank, it was amazing. Like they say, good things happen all at once. And sometimes when you least expect it, it was very, very true. Yeah. Wow. It was a great process. And the fact that Linda, I ask questions for my job. I'm an instructional designer, and so I'm always asking pointed questions to get at a target goal. And so I appreciate when people are cut to the chase. I know where I stand. There's no beating around the bush. And so Linda and I had great conversation. She asked some good questions, and I remember I was like, "Ooh, this is probably not the answer that you want, but I'm going to be open and honest." And I think we just had a really good, okay, we know where we stand. Nobody is trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. Yes. We're going to have a real heart-to-heart.
Yeah. Well,
we have a great relationship, Aaron and I, with,
One of the things I know about Linda, if you call tech support, they're going to ask you questions off of a checklist, all right? Well, now, obviously, this is a little different, but she does have a checklist embedded in her brain because her next question depends on your previous answer, all right? Similar to the training world. How did you come about knowing about Great Pyrenees Rescue of Missouri?
It was just a Google search that I found. I was familiar with growing up with golden retrievers, Great Pyrenees, and Burmese mountain dogs, and so was looking for. It was important for me to rescue a dog, and so a lot of places right now, which in a way is a good thing, they didn't have a lot of dogs available for adoption, or because of having such a young child, it was people were leery, like you said, and for good reason. I totally understand that. And so I just kept Googling and looking. Again, I was starting the process early, trying to go like, okay, what is a good way to go? I didn't know. I'm not from Kansas City, and so I didn't know all the things around here. And so I just started Googling, and somehow I don't remember how I stumbled upon it, but I think it was through Pet Finder, maybe. I think I found Hank on Pet Finder, and then it said I had to apply on the Great Pyrenees of Missouri Rescue Site.
Yes,
I think
that's correct. Yeah, right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the first time I spoke to Aaron, it was a great conversation, and we were talking, and he says, "Well, I don't have a fence," and I'm like, "Urgh." You know, you hate to hear, "Urgh." You know, but the more I talked to Aaron, the more I would keep considering him and his family. And you know what, I take pride in finding the right families for my dogs, and this one is very special to me. I mean, this is one of my most absolute favorite families, and Aaron knows that.
Thank you.
We
He
have a
is
great
alive,
relationship.
Right, he's moving, buddy.
Hank, what are you doing, buddy?
Buddy, Hank. He is out cold.
When I met Hank, he was going to his first foster that you saw in the video, Diane, and she had a
second foster. That would be a second foster.
Second foster. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot about Shari.
Sorry.
All right.
Shari saved his life.
Thank you.
Shari
saved his life. Yeah, say that 3 times real fast, Steve.
I can't even say it one time. So, but I met Hank when we was doing introductions with her border collie. The only way I can describe her dog is she was a miniature border collie, kind of. All right, she was small, but she was definitely in charge. Okay.
No, yeah.
And
poor Hank gets bossed around.
Yeah, and Hank got bossed around, and I'll tell you, I'm so very proud with him with the time with Diane, because while Diane was teaching, because Diane had to teach both dogs, and she had to work with her dog, her resident dog, and she had to work with her foster dog. But I'll tell you, Hank made it so much easier because he showed great restraint there.
He did. And Steve, when you were in on that call, I was actually a little nervous for Hank in the beginning, because she kept going after him, and my first instinct, oh my gosh, I got to get my dog out of there. He's going to get hurt, but with your training.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about that part, the newness.
I always worried about the
I showed
feelings.
her how to respond to it. Okay.
Yes.
And
was Hank's feelings hurt?
His feelings were hurt.
That's what bothered me.
It was. Glenn was there, so at that time Glenn was dad, and it was almost like, Dad, help me.
Yes.
Do you get that? Hopefully not, but you probably will. You've had him how long now, Aaron?
Almost 3 months, about 2.5. I'm gonna pull it. He was moving his paw a little bit. It's gone by fast. Hey, buddy. Hank. Hey, buddy.
Look at there.
Hank.
I wouldn't disturb him.
That's a Pyrenees right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Hank. You have to say hello just once, Hank.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Hey,
typically everybody says that the Pyrenees sleeps with one eye open. He broke another mold. He's not doing it.
This is my office. This is where he sleeps most of the time. And working from home, like he's my colleague. He sleeps under my desk or in this corner, all day. He doesn't move. Sometimes I have to walk over him to get out from under my desk.
There's that secured attachment there, Steve, that we talk about.
Yeah, I haven't seen all that. This is the first time I've met Aaron, but I see that coming.
Oh, it's Hank, there. Trust me. Yes.
Hank is so comfortable. He is not sleeping with one eye open.
Usually, like he'll move a little bit, but we went on a normal walk. I don't know.
I'm tired.
Humid, that'll do it to him too. That's okay. We believe you when you say he's not a stuffed animal.
Right.
Okay.
Making a liar out of me here.
Yeah. Now, Now, is he aware of your daughter? How small she is? Is he gentle around her?
Oh my gosh, he is great around her. Every once in a while, because now she's starting to, she's almost ready to walk a lot earlier than or that we're ready for. She's a fast crawler, and he's great with her. And we've been teaching her like, okay, we pet, and not grab. Because we don't have, she's not used to long hair, and so she sees this. She gets so excited when she sees him. And so she'll
I do
kind of go
too.
right? I mean, don't we all? And
Yeah.
so she wants to just, and she does it with girls that pick her up. Like she wants to just like she just wants to feel this hair. And so we've been working on petting, and she's been doing much much better. He, like any natural or human, or what am I trying to say? Not human being, like creature. He when he has
How
his
about
boundaries
your
limited, he
son?
gets up and he moves. Like he'll see her coming crawling because she wants to play, and he's like, I'm not up for this. And so he just kind of goes off to his corner, and he's fine. He sniffs her. Like the best part of the day is when we bring her home from daycare and she's in her car seat. The first thing he does is give her a kiss. Every time, and every day she laughs and she pushes with her hand, but it's like this ritual. Like he greets her and then he goes and lays down. Like, but he has to see her. He has to give her a kiss. She has to swat it away, and then he goes and lays down every day. And it's adorable.
I love it. And now now we'll give the training tip of the day. Okay, Hank is a lot of things. Always remember, with a young child, one of the things he is not is a pillow.
Yes.
That's
Correct.
what part we were talking about, where you have to teach the child how to act with a dog. So those of you out there, free of charge, your dog is not a pillow. I used to say that dogs don't like to be hugged, but I've got one here that has
I don't
proven
know.
that
I
wrong.
might disagree with that,
Yeah.
Steve.
Well,
I have
as a general rule, to be safe, your new dog,
That's
just
true.
always assume they don't like to be hugged. Okay?
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
He loves cuddles.
I'm hoping to get
Loves
a bunch
cuddles.
of comments saying my dog likes to be hugged. My dog likes to be hugged.
Come
They're
on
gonna
out,
prove you
everybody out
wrong.
there. Tell us how your dog likes to be hugged. Mine loves to be hugged. They have no choice. I've left them no choice, Steve.
Yeah, well, if I remember right, Hank, he tolerates it quite nicely.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because I've
Even last
witnessed
night,
it.
and he does this like, every once in a while. That I'll be on the floor, like I'll be playing with him and or Sierra, and if I stop petting him, same at night when I'm going to bed, he lays by the side of my bed. Like if he wants to keep being petted and I stop, like he picks up and he like nudges me. I was doing every once in a while I'm doing this and I'm sitting Indian style. He will actually get up and then sit on my lap.
Oh,
Everybody knows.
I want more affection.
Yeah, and anybody that has a peer knows that they think they're just lap dogs.
yes.
And
And everybody gets the peer paw.
everybody gets to peer paw.
Peer paw. Yes.
Yeah.
Keep petting me. Don't
I
stop.
could give
Yes.
you. I could tell you what that actually is, but that would take an entire segment, an entire show. Okay, so
Off topic, Steve.
but the thing of it is that the breed is. I tell everybody this is God's breed. He was just showing off when he created this
Seriously.
breed. And,
Yeah, he was.
So all of the ones in need, I just wonder what he's thinking. So
He has a plan.
wow, Aaron, I'll tell you what. Now, do you take him places? Have you done that yet?
Not a whole lot. We've gone back and forth a couple times. Diane and her family, the foster family that we got him from, when we've had to go out of town for a wedding a weekend, they've taken him back. So we've taken him in the car there.
You live near her.
Yeah, only about 35-ish minutes or so, give or take.
Perfect
Yeah,
dog sitter.
Yes. And they've been so kind and have offered, in case, when we get the call for knock on wood, baby number 2, or when life happens, they're like, if you need us to watch, because they love and miss Hank as well. I mean, how could you not?
Yeah.
He's just a great dog. So we've taken him there, again, running errands, mostly where we go. Friends bring their dogs over. We've never brought him over to their house because they don't have a fence, and knock on wood, our fence is supposed to, we got the email the other day that 2 weeks from now we should be getting it installed.
Oh,
It
you
all
are
depends
putting
on,
one in.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
boy.
It was
Okay.
just we've been on a waiting list, and that's what
Yes.
I'm gonna have a fence. We just don't have it yet.
Yes.
Oh, Hank will be living the high life.
Oh, he will.
Oh,
He'll be
yeah.
so happy once that
Now, I've
fence is
seen
in.
him in a fence before, and he just
Yeah.
really expresses himself.
Yeah. He's going to go crazy.
Yes.
He gets those zoomies, and yeah, it's funny to see him because again, he's like this most of the day. He sleeps hard, but he also plays hard. It's like probably good maybe 5-ish minutes, where he just is on crack, and then he crashes, and he's like this.
We're just waiting for Aaron and Jimmy to let us know when they're ready for doggy number 2.
Right. I agree.
Joked about that because
The next baby needs a dog.
exactly right, 1 for 1.
My personal opinion on that, since there's 2 of them,
Right, to
they
balance
could
it out.
probably get one before the fence because there are 2 walkers here.
Mhm.
Yes.
The eye roll big time when I mention it, even as a joke.
Did he have a special friend over at Glenn's? Do you remember, Linda?
Yeah, I think he got along really well with Train.
I think he did too.
but
And
Hank-
Train
but
needs
Hank
a
is a-
home,
is-
but I don't think he would do well with the daughter. Do you? Or is he the one that
Train?
does well with kids?
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't trust Train.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
trust him, but
yeah, not around children so much.
yeah, there you go. Train needs an adopter. Okay, we'll talk about him on another show.
Yes, Train needs an adopter. But I think Hank gets bullied around by females, and I think he gets along better with male dogs. Actually,
I think I remember that too. Yes.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. All the dogs that he
Well,
plays
the foster
with,
had a
neighborhood are male.
small
Right.
border collie that bullied him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's where I was talking about the great restraint that he shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, poor guy gets
Wow,
bullied
Aaron,
around.
thanks for
buddy.
doing this.
Oh, he's kicking the computer.
He's
Buddy.
learning to type already.
You're
That's
right.
good.
We're working on all the skills.
And the thing about Hank that really sticks out in my mind is that, and you'll learn this, you may even know it by now. It's been 3 months. He is one of the better communicators. All right. And if
Really?
anybody that has peers, yeah, you and I will talk one of these days, and I will teach you how to communicate with him.
That would be great.
But they're great communicators. They always give good signals when they want to talk. And everybody always remember what I say. Growl is good. That's communication. So, but anyway, this isn't a training session. All right.
We can make it a little
Roman's
hybrid.
not here today. It can't be a training session. All right. So, all right. Wow, Aaron, what else do you have to add to us for us here, for our viewers? This is Hank. They've known about Hank.
And I'm glad to see. I'm glad that you got to see all this part of the journey, and that people out there have been following him, because he is such a great dog, and all the donations that you've had leading up to this point. I can't imagine life without him. I really can't. I know, and that's one of the things that we, Linda and I, talked about early. Like I said, 2 days after we brought him home, it was supposed to be a 2-week trial. And she checked in with me, how's it going? And she's like, I don't remember how we even got into that conversation. It's it's not even a question anymore. Trial's done. I'll sign the contract. He's amazing. And if it wasn't for people's donations, he wouldn't have been rescued. And he never would have been in our lives. And so you never know how paths cross, but I can't thank everybody out there enough, because he's an amazing part of our family. He really, really is.
There
He was
you
our
have
pleasure.
it. Wowzer. You've now heard it right from an adopter. All right. He really appreciates everybody's donations.
Seriously.
And, and I got to agree with him, because if you guys don't go there and do it, remember what the video says, Foster saves lives, but donations make it possible.
Yes.
And the rescues are all volunteers, and let me tell you a little secret. When you come to rescue, you never leave, because it's if you're here to start with it because you care about your breed or your dogs in general, or your cats or whoever. But I tell you what, that never goes away. That's why I say that. Okay. So now with the adoption process, Aaron, You know how many people are mad at Linda over this adoption process?
Why?
Because they did, well, maybe, they weren't trying hard enough to pry the dog out of her cold dead hands yet. Okay. Every one of these dogs are her baby.
I get
But the
that.
key to this is these are her dogs, and you want her dog. So you've got, kind of convincing to do, okay, via the application, the home check, the vet check, and all that. You've got, that's a good way to convince her is by taking care of your prior or current animals that are there. But she's trying not. Did she ever make you nervous that, oh crap, maybe I said something wrong? What happens
Jeez,
there
Steve.
is if you have the story, that's what's wrong. She usually will find out. She has an inn upstairs, I think.
In like this.
He guides me along every day, Steve.
And I'll tell you here's something I live by. I can take any truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just can't take a lie.
That's
honesty,
exactly right.
Honesty is how your best chance of getting your dog. Now, if the dog's not a fit, she's going to point that out to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. And how you
And just know I don't do that to set out to hurt anyone's feelings.
No, that's what I was leading up to.
But my dog is always going to come before someone's feelings, and I never apologize for that.
That is correct.
They will remember each and every one of those dogs that we've cried over and we've lost sleep over.
Yes.
And we've missed family functions for, and time with our own families for those dogs. So
it's called rescue.
Yes, it's called rescue. So they mean a lot to us.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is, so many of the dogs that I'm sure that have come to you have come from a variety of backgrounds and bad situations and have been moved around so many times. And so you want to mitigate as many homes, because it's hard, those transitions. And so you want to make sure you're doing everything you can to make sure that the final fit or this next fit is the final fit.
Yes. Yes, it's very important, Aaron.
Aaron, this message is for you that I just brought up out of the comments.
Okay, what does it say?
Thanks for adopting. Sounds like the perfect match.
Thank you,
It
Nancy.
is.
Nancy's with a Great Pyrenees Rescue in Colorado. So that means a lot now, doesn't it? So, and Lynn, you're absolutely right. Every donation, no matter how big or small, makes a difference.
That's right, Lynn.
Now think about it. If everybody in the country, every adult in the country would send a rescue $1, that's $330 million.
Yes.
If you think about it. Okay?
Yeah.
So, and Ray, thank you for coming on again. Ray's special man here at Ray's in Ohio.
Daddy says hi.
And Ray does a lot for rescue. Okay?
Yes, he does.
And he does a lot for more than just one rescue.
We definitely appreciate him.
Oh, absolutely.
Ray and Melissa both.
And Teddy Roosevelt is a Great Pyrenees that is a rescue. And he's here in the next year or so, if I remember right, he'll be knocking on seniors' door. Yeah. So Teddy is just an amazing dog. And now they also have a dog from Korea, one of the dogs that Gus Kenworthy exposed the farm to.
That would be a good show, Steve. When we talk about the dogs in Korea and what they actually go through there.
I know it. And we have a special guest we can bring on for that one. We have somebody. We know somebody that's actually seen it in person.
Yes.
Lived it.
Yeah. Okay. They need help there. Yes.
Yes, they do. So anyway, I don't want to stray away from Hank because I don't want him to wake up and tell me that, hey, this is about me right now.
Hank. Well, Aaron's going to be on with us for the rest of the show. So
yes, he will. And
if he picks up his little cute head, we'll see it.
Yeah, and usually what I tell people, but I'm going to leave you up. Aaron's not going to the green room this time.
No,
because
Aaron's going to stay here with
us.
us.
Usually what I tell people, and Ashley in Utah dinged me on this. I told her that if the dog does something cute, I'm bringing you back up so everybody else can see the dog. And her response was, "This is cute." All right.
Yes.
So I haven't been saying that a whole lot anymore. So, all right, Aaron. So let's let's get on to the next part of our show.
Yes.
And now I'm going to let Linda. How do you want to do this? Do you want to open with it, or do you just want me to play the video?
Are you bringing up my babies, Steve?
That's next.
So my babies came from Aurora, Missouri. Well, they didn't, but their mother did. She came to me. I drove to Missouri, picked her up from New Jersey. I brought her home. She was very pregnant, and she gave birth to these 7 beautiful Mastiff Cane Corso puppies that I started taking care of when they were 5 weeks old because they were just so big for their mother, their little 45-pound mother. So I raised them until they were 12 weeks old, and they were all adopted into New Jersey homes where I'm from. And I can tell you, Steve, these babies, I can't even say how much they meant to me. I mean, they were literally my babies.
Yeah.
And I keep in touch with each and every one of the adopters, and they all have the most wonderful homes.
Yeah. And I can relate somewhat to one of them. This is actually how I got to talk to Linda for the first time in length.
Yes.
Was with Bandit, one of the dogs we're fixing to bring up. Now, due to conflict of schedules and stuff, we pre-recorded that segment. When did we do that? Yesterday, day before?
It was the day before.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, and we've done that before.
We have.
We did that with Sunny.
Yes.
And some of you remember that. So, and what I'm going to do is, and I'm not going to, our platform folks are working on a little tiny glitch they have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the video that we put together for them, and Linda had
is that the Good Morning Babies?
Well, no, that's how I opened the video I put together.
So
we'll go into that one later.
Yeah, we'll go into the Good Morning Babies, and that was
first.
My call to my babies was that. Yes.
So let me bring that video up. All right, is that what you want?
Bring that. This is how I spoke to my babies every single morning from the time they were just born until they left me at 12 weeks old.
Yes. Now, Aaron, it'll mute our microphone so we won't be able to talk. So if you need to say something like "oh crap" or something like that, now's your opportunity. Right.
Good morning, babies. Where are my babies at? Good morning, babies. Good morning. Good morning, love. Good morning to my babies. Yes. Hello. Hello.
In the training world, we separate our rewards in 3 different levels. That would be considered the jackpot reward. Okay. So, look, he moved. He is alive.
Hey, handsome.
Hi, Hank.
Buddy. Buddy.
Yeah. Did he take your laptop cord?
No, he just laid on it.
Oh, okay, that's his pillow for today. All right, so you saw the morning call, and so what I did with his little promotional video that we really don't know what to do with these yet is I expanded on that. So are we ready for that one?
We are ready.
Okay, so and then after this we will bring up the pre-recorded 15-minute segment we did. We usually, when we have our guests on, we figure about 10 minutes per dog, and we was able to do this one instead of 20 minutes. We was able to do it in about 15 minutes. We will still be able to see your comments while we're playing the pre-recorded, and we're capable of talking over this, but we don't have to. So we're going to mute our own mic, so that way if we have to yell at dog, you don't have to hear us. All right. So, all right, here we go. So I find it. There it is.
Good morning, babies. Good morning, babies.
I like that tune. So,
Aren't they they're so gorgeous.
yes.
That last one with the paw up in the
Oh,
air.
so proud of those babies.
And as you'll see here in a second, I got to see him day before yesterday. So, all right. Well, if there's no comments quite yet right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go into this interview, this pre-record. So I'm going to go ahead and mute us, and then let's bring them up. Okay, so now we got some very special guests with us. Well, for the whole hour actually, and we're going to bring up our first ones first because these are actually Linda's babies. Okay, and I would actually what I'll do is open this up with a little video that'll give you an idea of just how much these are Linda's babies. So.
Good morning, babies. Where are my babies at? Good morning, babies. Good morning. Good morning, love. Good morning to my babies. Yes. Hello. Hello.
Okay, so new training methods there. Next time you have behavior issues with your dogs, you call Linda. All right, everybody. Without any more wasting time here, everybody, I want you to meet Bandit and Trish, and
Hello.
I want you to meet Riggs. Now, you guys may remember him as Odin. Is that correct, Linda?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess we will start with either one you want. Usually I make one big and make us small, but man, how do you pick which one? You know?
We can start with Bandit first.
Okay. And then we will do that. Well, wow. Hi, Bandit. Hi, Trish. How you
Hello.
doing today?
How are you?
Hi, Trish.
Hello.
So, wow, you sure do have a good-looking dog there.
Oh yes, I do. Thanks
Now,
to Linda.
a Mastiff is a special breed and different from the Pyrenees, and you got him somehow. Are you experienced with this type of breed?
Well, I've had a lot of Mastiffs. I've had about 7 Mastiffs now.
Wow.
So I know a little more than other people.
Well, you know more about me, or know more than me, because I don't work with them. Now, rumor has it they actually have Pyrenees DNA in them somewhere in there. So, but yeah. So, how's he been for you? How long have you had him?
Since he was 4 months old.
Did I hear correctly? He had a birthday recently?
Yes, July 12th, and he had a little cupcake burger cake.
You had a birthday party. So while you're up there, and since Riggs is here too, I want to play a little video of when he was with his foster mom, and it's actually the two of them together. Now it's going to mute our mics, so we won't be able to talk until it's over, but it's very short.
Okay.
Hi. Hi. Good morning.
So that's what they looked like when they were babies, and Linda will take it from here.
Yeah. So I brought a little pit mix home from Missouri, and she was a very pregnant little girl. And a couple weeks later, she had her puppies, and when she was having them, and I tell the adopters this because it was so funny. I said, "Oh my gosh, what is that she's having?" They were huge, and of course, they were Mastiff breed. And I always say it's the day that I fell in love with the Mastiff breed. I've never enjoyed raising puppies more in my life than this litter of puppies.
Wow, I never.
And we adopted the mother.
And kudos to Linda, because there were a lot of these puppies.
Yeah.
7.
You saw the opening video, and here's what's amazing. Other than color, they look like brothers. Oh, they are brothers, aren't they?
They're litter mates. Yes.
They're litter mates. And now this is Riggs. Introducing Riggs for now. And wowzer, what a good looking dog you have there, Allie.
Thank you.
And how's now? Have you had similar experience with the breed that Trisha's had?
We have. I've rescued. He has a brother who's a Newfoundland mix, which at least we've had experience with a strong, big size. Oh,
Okay. Look at that gorgeous dog. Gee, many Christmas.
He was the biggest of the litter, Steve.
How much does he weigh now?
The last time I can't lift him. I have to have my boyfriend do it. The last time that he was at the vet, he was 117, and that was like 3 or 4 months ago.
You said 173?
117, sorry.
Oh, 117. Holy cow.
But
Now,
he does look like he's fit and growing fine, but it's just all strength.
okay. I have a question, and it's okay that he exited stage left there.
Okay.
I have a question. I'm going to put a picture up. And can you tell everybody what happened here?
That was actually his first or second time on the beach, and it was very windy, as you can tell. And he didn't yet grow into those big floppy ears that he had, and they just kept going nuts like that. He was ready to lift off on me. There he is.
All right.
So he did grow into them.
Yeah, we have dog noise in the background, but this is a dog show, okay? And Charlie, you are not being featured today, okay? So, all right. Now I'm going to move Bandit. I love this because now how much does Bandit weigh, Trish?
Bandit weighs 105.
So, okay. So there is quite a difference there. And,
There wasn't always, Steve. When they were babies, they were always just a couple ounces short of each other
gotcha.
in weight wise. But Odie, now Riggs, was always the biggest.
Okay. And
With Bandit closely behind.
Looks
Bandit
like
Bando also decided to eat a rock.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
So
He
we had to have
did
surgery. He decided to eat a rock, and he had to have surgery, and he lost about 10 pounds.
Gotcha.
But he's doing great now.
Okay. So they're both about the same size right now then, once he gains his weight back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Boy, look at that face.
Hi, Odie. Good morning, baby. Good morning, baby.
That was her training call to all the dogs, and Bandit did recognize that. We tried it before we started the recording. So anyway, now, just out of curiosity, the upbringing of a Mastiff versus most other breeds, probably similar to the Pyrenees. There's a big difference on the way you handle them. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, what is the breed's job as a general? Are they a guardian breed? Are they a hunting breed?
They're more guardian.
Okay. Which makes sense when rumor has it there's Pyrenees DNA in them. So they have a job to do.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's got a friend there. Who's Bandit's friend?
That's Rosie. She's a
Rosie.
rescue too.
Okay.
I only rescue.
Okay.
This is friggin'
Wowzer. Oh boy, I'll tell you.
Steve, all the adopters for these puppies were all New Jerseyans.
Okay.
Every single one of these dogs were adopted into wonderful New Jersey homes.
Wow. Riggs is transformed. Oh, there he is. So Riggs has a friend too. And who is that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't hear you on that one. I didn't hear you, Allie.
We rescued like 9.5 years ago. He's a big friend. He's double with.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So, how was your experience? Let's start with Allie, since you're up. Your experience with the adoption process.
Let's go.
It was great. It was actually exactly what I expected. I rescued Rosie long.
Okay, I think you might be getting away from your router a little bit here. You're breaking up on the audio just a touch.
How's that?
Come on.
That sounds better, Allie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the experience was a lot like we expected. Come on, Riggins. Obviously Linda cares, like these are her actual babies, which we love and appreciated immensely. We did the home check. It was during COVID, and we did a FaceTime one. It was awesome. She went through the house and the fence and all that. She referenced Brody's vet, who we love. It was everything that we would have hoped for. I was hoping that someone would care where they were going as much as Linda did. I hope every rescue does that.
Come on, Bandit.
So basically, you had to pry him out of her cold dead hands.
Yes. We
Okay.
did. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, look.
We often joke how much Linda loves him.
All right, and it shows. So
Yes, definitely.
now, Bandit's indoors now.
Yes, it's getting hot. It's hot outside.
Yes. Now, how was your adoption process, Trish?
It was great. Jody really took the time to explain everything, and I kept emailing her constantly because I really wanted Bandit. And she looked at my resume and she said, "Yeah, sounds good." We met. She saw my yard. She went over everything, and it was great.
Okay.
She didn't want to
So
let go of Bandit, though.
Okay. So you guys are comfortable that she did an adequate job of ensuring that her dogs were safe still.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I like that. So is there anything, Trish, that you would like to add before we move on to the next dog?
No, just that Bandit's very happy, and I'm happy that we got him, and he's got a great life, and he's such a good dog.
He does look like a happy dog, doesn't he?
He is. He's a good boy.
Yes, he is. So, and for
Thank
those
you,
and for
Linda.
folks that don't know the breed, they actually have very good facial expressions and body language, but you have to know what you're looking at because it's different than other breeds. And so,
Well,
wow,
they slobber a lot.
yeah,
But that's why you carry a tail around. And I'm okay with that, you know. But they're very affectionate. They like to lay with you. They think they're lap dogs, you know, and Bandit follows me everywhere I go.
Yes.
that's awesome. That's amazing.
And he's great with kids. My granddaughter's only 18 months, and my other granddaughter's 6. And they play with them, and he's fantastic.
Yeah. When we go live on this, Trish, we actually have a video with your granddaughter, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm not. We had a lot of dogs. I just wasn't that far along yet. So
Right.
So we're going to ask Allie to turn her camera back on, and we're going to
Yeah.
bring her. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to do that right now.
Okay. All right. Well, take your time. So yes. So thank you, Trish, for coming on with us, and we're going to bring Allie back up. And
Okay, great.
so, do you have anything you would like to add, Allie?
Well, Riggins just moved, but I was going to add that this, come on, what is his post-up spot. So this window, you can see the front door, the front steps, the driveway, any activity on the street. And we always say he's on his neighborhood watch shift.
So you're a sat. So he's got a view of all of his boundaries, his property.
Yes, he can see every angle except the back of the house, but we only use that for this yard that we have. Anyone that is coming in uses the front door, and he can see perfectly. He will push the pillow down like this, lay on it, put his arm and rest his chin right here, and watch outside.
Gotcha. Doing his job.
Exactly.
Isn't he beautiful, Steve?
Yes, he is.
Oh, he's just
they
stunning.
both are.
Yes.
They both really are.
And yes, they're just amazing, and they're Mastiffs, not Pyrenees, and every one of them has an amazing home.
And they're very quick
Yes, they
learners.
do.
I'm sorry, Trish.
They're very quick learners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have a doggy door, and when he was 4 months old, he learned to go in and out of the doggy door to go to the bathroom.
Wow. Look at him just relaxing.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Wherever mommy goes, that's where he goes.
Now,
I just have the best adopters.
Yeah. Yes, you do. because they have to be the best in order for you to adopt to them. So
Yes, they do.
So anybody out there that's applying for dogs from Great Pyrenees Rescue of Missouri, now you know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that way, when you know what to expect coming into it, it makes the process a whole lot easier. All right. So thank you guys for coming on, and
Thank you.
and,
Thanks for letting me see my babies.
and letting
Yeah,
everybody
anytime.
into your homes like this, and seeing your babies too. Joint custody, I understand. So
Takes a
Yes.
village.
now, Allie and Trish, have you all ever met each other and the dogs to have a chance for a new meet and greet?
No, but we'd like to.
Yeah, we were
Okay.
saying we'd like to get the litter together again since everyone is semi close to each other.
That's awesome. I love it. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for coming on. And,
Thanks, guys.
Thank
and,
you.
Thank you.
And the show will be there. You can watch the replay if you can't catch the live show. Okay.
Okay,
So,
great.
Awesome. Can't wait.
All right. So,
All right, have a good one.
all right. Bye.
Thank you.
All right. Now, that was something. When we do those pre-recordeds, we only got one shot.
Yes.
No pressure.
They're talking about putting a pause button in for us, but they just haven't done it yet.
Oh,
Yes, that would be
StreamYard?
really cool.
StreamYard's going to put a pause. Oh,
Yes,
that would be
That'd be
helpful.
nice.
wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yes.
So that was some babies. And speaking of some babies,
Mhm.
some friends of ours. We're going to come back to Bandit and Riggs here in a minute and let Linda close this out. But I don't want to not have time for this.
Right.
Okay, our friends in Colorado
Hmm.
had a little situation. As a matter of fact, Trudy's the dog's name, and they were getting ready to. She had an appointment to be spayed next week, and well, they can cancel that appointment.
Yes.
Okay. Surprise litter, and now don't get me wrong, Pure Rescue, they've been around Piers for a long time, all right, and they can tell when a dog is pregnant and when it is not. They couldn't tell, so then after
Wow.
she had 13 puppies, 13 puppies,
Hmm.
then they saw
That's a
how
lot of puppies.
emaciated she is, skinny. So since this was totally unexpected, I was actually on the phone with Judith when the first puppy was born, and she got the message on the radio. She says, "I gotta go." I said, "Okay." She says, "We're having puppies." What? So since it's a surprise litter, they kind of need a few things that, well, I'll tell you what, they're volunteers local out there. They really stepped up to the plate, and they got what they needed real quick, like, because this is an emergency situation. Puppies are, ask Linda, puppies can die easily.
Yes.
And then another thing too is that you don't want to leave them unattended, because if mom lays on one of them,
Hmm.
okay. So, but Judy and Michael, they're taking care of all of this, and
They're in
and
good hands, Steve.
they're in very good hands. But they
Yes.
need extra large puppy pads.
Yes, they're going to need lots of those.
And now this might sound strange to you. It did not to me once she explained it. Okay. Packing paper instead of newspaper. Okay. Or newspaper. I mean, don't get me wrong. But, and so you can get a hold of them there. And at peerrescue.org, we're streaming to their page. This is where one of our destinations. So, yep, they could use a little bit of a hand. And
Yes.
Nancy is on, and I'm going to ask her to post any links into the comments that, in case you want to donate. She just commented, 7 boys,
Wow.
6 girls. Boy, are
Yeah.
those boys in trouble.
They're going to need a lot. I mean, with 7 puppies, I mean, it was so expensive because I was doing formula for the babies, not to mention the PP pads that were constantly being changed. And then we started with the gruel, so lots of puppy food, so 13 puppies. I mean, they're going to need some help. I mean,
Yes, they are.
yes.
Especially since they had no idea this was coming.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't even have time to prepare.
That's
Mhm.
right. With Bandit and that litter,
Mhm.
Linda knew. She knew that mom was coming in, going to have babies.
Yes.
She was able to prepare.
But I didn't know they were Mastiff puppies, Steve.
Good point. Who would have guessed?
I thought they were just going to come out, you know, tiny like
Cute
their
little-
mama, but
yeah,
they didn't come out that way. They
No.
were just, they came out 10 pounds each, I swear.
and, yeah. So Linda, if you'd be so kind to post in the comments the information that you need for how they can send donations or items off. I think they've got stuff put up under their wish list now. So,
Hmm.
but now that packing paper, they told me that you can actually get that at Lowe's.
Now the packing paper, Nancy, what are you using the packing paper for?
Yeah,
I'm always into learning something packing paper.
it was put down instead of newspaper. Apparently, if I remember right, the way
Mhm.
Judith explained it to me.
Mhm.
But Nancy will be able to explain it better. I think.
Right.
I don't think Judith is on today because she has 13 puppies to care
Yeah,
for.
she's busy. Yes.
So I hope
Just a
she's
little bit.
not on.
Instead of newspaper. Hmm.
Okay,
Good
that's
idea,
what I-
Nancy.
Yeah, and that's what I thought I remembered hearing her saying. So Sherry,
Mm-hmm.
you have a new, you have something that you can help out with. Also, Sherry helps us out here too. She lives in Michigan, and I've
Mhm.
never met her in person, but I've met her. All right, so she supports rescue, and thank you for supporting our rescue. So,
Yes, thank you.
yeah, and we need support like that. That's how Hank is here.
Mhm.
That's how
Wish you could hear him
everybody's
snoring.
here. And we do want to
Yes.
send a shout out to Clyde's mom. Clyde was supposed to be on, and you read that, and some of you might be here just because of Clyde. They had an emergency, and they couldn't
Yes.
make it.
Yeah.
So, but I tell you what, they're not off the hook.
Hmm.
Uh,
No.
I can almost promise you that because I saw the look on Linda's face. And so anyway, let's go back to the babies. All right.
Yes.
We're not finished yet, and we're almost out of time. So
I could talk forever about those babies.
yeah, but we do have. I played that video on the pre-recorded one with Bandit and where they were touching noses. Bandit and Odin is. I get confused, and then I draw a blank because they changed his name.
Hmm.
Right. But you know what? You're allowed to change his name. They're your dogs.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
glad Aaron did keep Hank's name because Hank is.
Oh, he's
very
a Hank.
tender.
Oh,
He
he's
is a
definitely a
Hank.
Hank. Yeah.
Yeah, he is a Hank.
It
So-
It
fits him.
suits him. Hmm.
It
Yeah.
does.
And now you had mentioned Aaron about your baby.
Yeah,
And,
Sierra.
Oh, Sierra.
So I forgot that I uploaded these. You had sent those in, and so
Little
yes,
stinker.
and they are actually teaching her to act right around Hank.
Yes.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah.
tell you what, Hank has a family now, and that's not
Yes, he
something.
does.
That's not something that we know that he's aware of at all, because he was a stray in Arkansas for quite a while.
Hmm.
So
And Reagan made a good point. She did name Hank. She said he looks like a Hank.
He
There
does.
you go,
He
Aaron.
really
Yes.
does.
Yes, his name came from Reagan. Yep.
yeah.
Way to go,
So,
Reagan.
Yeah, I didn't know Reagan wasn't going to be on. I didn't realize that. So
Yeah,
she
Reagan.
skated on this one.
She
Remember
did.
Reagan, buddy?
Yeah, and Reagan, please relay to Mary and Dean that we're thinking about them. Okay,
Yes.
so that's Sully's parents,
Hmm.
and
We're praying for good health.
yeah, and Nancy says she will post the wish list links. They need goat milk and puppy pads. The goat
There you
milk
go.
can be powdered. Okay, so I remember specifically hearing that.
Mhm.
Because you can't send refrigerated goat's milk. That
Yeah.
might get a little difficult.
Right.
So anyway, so those babies, whoops, yep, they are. Another thing StreamYard's fixing to do is fix this comments things from going too fast. We got a lot of exciting things up and coming on StreamYard.
We do.
Yes, we do.
We have a lot of great things coming for this show.
And one of them's already out, but we may never use it. But let me make no mistake. If we run into a situation, for example, transport, we're going to do that before we do the show.
Mm-hmm.
But now we have an option. We can actually pre-record the entire show, schedule it, and it will come on automatically
nice.
and then end when it's done.
Steve, I do want to add that next week's show, we will be streaming live to Great Pyrenees Advice and Support Rebooted page.
That is correct. I wish I would
Thank
put
you,
that
Gary
link in.
Marshall, for that. Yes.
Yes, Gary.
Awesome.
That is our new destination starting next Saturday.
Yes.
It's not going to change anything here. We're still going to be right here at Great Pyrenees Rescue of Missouri. It's all
Absolutely.
about dogs.
Mm-hmm.
We will still be on Pure Rescue. All right?
Yes.
And we'll still be on our YouTube channel. Don't forget our YouTube channel.
And don't forget that I was also on a podcast.
That's
so
right.
I'm going to share the podcast on our All
I'm
About
going to
Dogs
post
page.
that link to the podcast. That
Yeah.
I'm not going to forget about because I
Yes.
happen to have that. So, yeah, we got a lot of exciting things coming up.
We do.
And for those of you that aren't aware of the group, all right, Linda, can you fill them in a little bit on what that group is?
On the Rebooted page, Steve?
Yes.
So Great Pyrenees Advice and Support Rebooted page, I started on 2 years ago as a moderator. And it's now rebooted because the old page was deleted by Facebook for some reason. It has thousands and thousands of Pyrenees owners that ask advice questions, training questions, or they just like to share their beautiful Pyrenees. You know, and it's a wonderful, wonderful group to be a part of. Roman Gottfried is in there. He answers a lot of training questions, behavioral questions. You know, it's a great page. If you can join it, I would recommend it for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm
Great
in the
Pyrenees
group,
Advice and Support Rebooted.
and Roman is one of the experts in there, and
Yes.
and he'll be on the show in there, and I'm very nervous. There's a lot of people in there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thousands. Mhm.
Over 25,000 members. Now, I don't know how many are active, but there are a lot that's active. Okay.
Yes.
Very, very active page.
It's a very active page, Steve. I mean, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. That page is active.
Yes.
With members joining,
Right.
you know, 30, 40, 50 a day.
Yeah, I got to meet Gary.
Mhm,
Him and I were
mhm.
up here on StreamYard, and I'll tell you what, we're gonna do. He's the one we were talking about the Korean stuff. He was
That's
actually
right.
there. Okay,
He's the
and we're going to
administrator.
invite him onto the show one day.
Yes.
And Linda won't take no for an answer.
No. Mm-mm.
And so yeah, we're excited and nervous at the same time. But you know what? We're live. This
We
is
are.
fun. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you having fun, Aaron?
I love this.
Hank
And
is
it's
too.
all about meeting new people, building the network, and finding other people. Like I think Allie in the video said, it takes a village. I don't know all
Yes.
the things, and so it's nice to always have somebody to reach out to, or even to share in things that understand and get it. So
Mhm.
Yes.
I love
And
this.
we're fortunate.
Yeah.
Linda has one heck of a village here, and
Yes.
and Pure Rescue is part of the village, and
Yes.
whoever else that Linda
Yep.
works with.
Mhm.
It's just amazing. So I posted the link to the podcast. It's
Awesome.
audio, not video, so you can put it on with your headsets, do your whatever it is you're doing around the house and or at work, and you can still listen to it and enjoy that.
Yes.
They invited
just-
her.
So this, yes, I was actually invited to that, which was really exciting.
Yeah.
But just, this show, Steve, I wanted to do this show, and I know we're running out of time here. We're past time, but
We're on overtime.
you know what it is? When we bring in dogs and we post them and we say they've been adopted, we posted Aaron and Jimmy's adoption photo, but people have followed Hank. People have
Yes.
followed Clyde. People, have followed all the dogs that we've adopted, and they care about where they went. Our followers care about our dogs.
Yes.
And I wanted to do this show so you can see that Hank is loved and he is in a home and there's his dad. And, it was a happy ending for him. So this
Yeah.
show was really important for me. These were just a couple of my very favorite adoptions.
Thank
And we
you.
also wanted to let you know what to expect when you
Yes.
apply.
Yes, absolutely. Mhm.
So don't get mad at Linda. These are her babies. If you had a
Yeah.
dog that you were sending out, that you
Yeah.
would do the same
Do the
thing, I
same.
would hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Don't take it personal. It's
don't take anything personally. It's not
no.
that she doesn't like you. She doesn't know you, and that's why she has to do this. She
Yes.
wants to know you.
I do. I do.
Okay.
That's why I do my own personal interviews, Steve, because I
Linda,
want to know who has one of my babies. I mean, Aaron and I, we switch pictures. I show her my granddaughter. He's showing me pictures of Sierra. You know,
Mhm.
that's what I want.
Every week we're
Yes.
texting.
They didn't only adopt my dogs; they became part of my family.
that's right.
And that's
And now
the
I just
best.
noticed that you're in Missouri right now.
I am.
And we saw your daughter, the mother of your
Yes,
grandbaby.
mother of Ellie. Yes,
And where are you in Missouri?
St. Clair.
Isn't that like headquarters of
That's
Great Pyrenees
headquarters.
Rescue?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we have pictures of the house and how exciting it is that it's almost done.
Wow.
You know,
It is
yes,
very exciting.
Nancy, I agree.
Nancy is absolutely correct. She wishes more adopters would send updates.
I actually require those, Nancy. It's in my contract that you have to answer the question, are you willing to share those updates with me? Because it's important to me that you do. And if I haven't heard from one of my adopters in a while, I'll say, hey, how's my baby? You know, send me a picture. Love my adopters. They're the best people on the planet.
All right.
Well, you lead the charge, like you set the tone, and so like all that credit goes to you. It really does.
Thanks, Aaron.
Well,
You're welcome.
it does, but it's still there's a village involved, and
Yes, absolutely.
and the village includes the top leadership here, if you may. She doesn't like to be called leadership.
No,
I've been corrected, so
yes.
Then my apologies.
and I have.
He calls me boss lady. I like being called boss lady.
Yeah. Actually, I call you big boss lady.
Yes, I'm nothing without my village, Steve. I'm nothing without my village.
And she's absolutely right.
And I'm nothing without Reagan either, because she is the other half of me. Literally the other half of me.
Yeah. So everybody say hi to Reagan. I really like Reagan. I like Nancy. Now I've met Aaron, and him and I are going to get to know each other more, because
I love it.
I'd love to be able to talk to him.
I think Aaron would be a really good co-host.
He would be, wouldn't he?
Wouldn't he be a great co-host?
Hey, anybody that would like to see Aaron as a co-host, I don't know what his schedule is. The schedules are made to be changed.
I have no idea what I'm talking about. So as long as we have low expectations, I'm in.
Hey, Aaron, how about this? How about never have any expectations? That way you'll never be disappointed.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it too.
Yes. Reagan sent a heart. So
yes.
I think that's a vote.
Thank you,
Hey,
Reagan.
we'll be talking. We'll talk, Aaron. And
Sounds great.
I think Aaron would make a great co-host.
Yeah, he would.
You.
Yeah,
I appreciate that a lot.
And then we get to see Hank every Saturday.
Yes, we get to see
Okay.
Hank.
My buddy.
He speaks well. He's adorable. Both are adorable. So I think he'd be a perfect co-host.
I think he would do. Yes.
Buddy, are you going to wake up and say hi a little bit?
Is he going to
Keep
wake up and even
stretching.
move? I think movement would be a plus right now.
Let's see.
Okay.
I'm going to maybe.
We lost you. We lost you, Aaron. You muted yourself, and I can't unmute you. Anyway, that's okay. He'll learn as he's a co-host.
Okay, I got you.
There you are.
So he could hear. I thought that hearing other voices would wake him up a little bit. Buddy.
Oh,
look at
So
him.
you're going to put your headset on? Oh, look at that. Okay.
Hi,
hang on. Oh,
buddy.
Boy. Oh,
This is the
boy.
position
We
he
can't
sleeps
miss
most of the
this.
day in.
Hi, Hank.
Hey, Hank. It was nice looking at you sleep for an hour, buddy.
All right. Yes. Everybody meet Hank. Okay. All right. We're 10 minutes into overtime.
We are.
Next week, you'll be able to also watch the show from Great Pyrenees Advice and Support Rebooted. It's a group.
Yes.
So if you, anytime we're streaming to a group, there's a little link that'll be up there. You have, because it's a group, and Facebook, well, they change their mind every day. I think some of you have seen that. You have to actually give them permission, or we won't be able to see who's commenting. All we'll see is Facebook user.
Right. All right.
But I will have the link in there in the, to give permission. And I think we better get going because
Yes, we're running late here.
we're running late here, and we don't want everybody to flee us. Bye, everybody. Bye,
Bye,
Hank.
everyone.
Everybody.